We have arrived at the quarterfinals. 16 exciting qualifying rounds revealed the top 16 drivers now meeting in the next stage of the competition. 4 groups, 4 quarterfinal rounds. In the quarterfinals, the top 2 drivers of each group will advance on to the semi-finals. 16 drivers, soon to be just 8. The garage is absolutely abuzz. Let's go reintroduce ourselves to the drivers making up Group 1 of the quarterfinals for the 2022 Skyway Grand Prix. We welcome back to the Skyway Jacques Le Blu driving in Beelzebub, a Lycan Hypersport weighing 42.9 grams. We welcome back Artemis Sky driving in Neon Demon, a Ferrari 348 weighing 35.8 grams. We welcome back Aria Solo driving in Lumiere, a Nissan 350Z weighing 33.6 grams. We welcome back Jonas Fang driving in Silver Bullet, a Porsche 550 Spider weighing 40.5 grams. And there they are. Each driver carries their own legend born in the qualifying rounds. Let's see what happens when the best takes on the best. Jacques Le Blu makes his return to the Skyway after a perfect shutout performance all the way back in qualifying round Group 1. No other driver was able to win all 4 races in their qualifying round, but Aria Solo by his side came very close, as did Jonas Fang and Artemis Sky in the rear. And they're off. Jacques Le Blu, where he's most comfortable out in front of the pack. Jonas Fang closes the gap. Le Blu hangs on, a close group. Single file. Fang blocks Solo and Sky, flips round, knocks Solo off the track. Sky fights to pass Fang. And Jacques Le Blu takes race 1 with Jonas Fang just barely hanging on to second position. Jonas Fang rides the tail of Jacques Le Blu the whole time. In fact, this whole group is riding single file. And just before turn 4, Jonas Fang throws a heavy block, sweeping vertically up the wall, completely a 180 spin, effectively knocking Aria Solo off the track. I think this is a severe but incredibly educated move. Jonas Fang chooses to throw a block in the exact location Aria Solo has passed her opponents all the way back in qualifying round Group 7. This is the moment in her trajectory when she pulls ahead, and Jonas Fang isn't having any of it, taking her out of the race altogether. And with still enough juice to maintain his lead against the ever-encroaching Artemis Sky. Jacques Le Blu has kicked off the quarterfinals playing the hits, posting 5 points for first place. Jonas Fang fiercely defending second position against Artemis Sky, and poor Aria Solo knocked off the track in the first race right before the finish. Jonas Fang now in pole position, intent to give Jacques Le Blu a run for his money. And they're off. Jonas Fang takes off down the first straight. Artemis Sky pulls ahead of Le Blu down the drop. Fang still away out ahead. Artemis Sky still a ways back. She closes the gap. Fang holds the lead down the last straight, taking race 2, followed by Sky, Le Blu and Solo in that order. Jonas Fang roars out of the start gate, that Porsche thrusting him into the lead and staying there. It looks to be his race the whole way down, and Artemis Sky slams the pedal to the metal, rapidly advancing, challenging Fang's lead. But Fang holds on down the final straight, but rest assured he's now aware that Artemis Sky is his undeniable challenger. Jonas Fang pops up to first position after that win in race 2. Le Blu drops to second position, still ahead of Sky, and Aria Solo barely there with only 1 point, heading into race 3. Aha, here we are, a proper matchup. Jonas Fang rides side by side with Artemis Sky, now in pole position after presenting herself as quite the threat, all from the back row. And they're off. Sky out in front with Fang hanging close into turn 1, Le Blu in last place. Sky takes off down the drop into turn 2, Fang closes the gap the whole way through turn 3, into turn 4, applying pressure all the way to the finish, and Solo takes a spin and Jacques Le Blu comes up in last place. Jonas Fang applied pressure the whole way down the track, almost in unison. Sky and Fang keep up the intimidation, ready to strike at any moment of vulnerability, of which there were none. Artemis Sky is focused and unshakable. She has a worthy opponent, sure, but she is a winner through and through. Jonas Fang still holds on to first position, Artemis Sky nipping at his heels with a gap of only 1 point. Jacques Le Blu drops to third position. This is so unlike him, but he has every chance in the world to advance on, but he'll have to break through from the back row and he'll have to learn to dance with Fang and Sky. All three fight to advance on to the semi-finals. Only 2 can move on. Solo now in pole position. It's impossible and tragic that she is unable to advance on to the semi-finals. We wish her a good final race nonetheless. And they're off. Solo in front, not for long. Sky edges forward, taking off down the drop. Fang passing Le Blu on the inside. Solo and Sky stay close. This is when she strikes. Solo passing on the outside. Sky throws a block, holds it through to the finish. And Artemis Sky takes race 4 and Fang and Le Blu to follow. At the first chance to pass into open lane track, Fang passes Le Blu on the inside, securing his spot going vertical, and this leaves Solo and Sky going head to head. Now, right in Solo's sweet spot where she consistently overtakes her opponents, she fights to pass on the outside. This is what Fang was afraid of back in race 1. Does it look familiar? Every legend has a signature, and here is Aria Solo's in black and white. Out of turn 4, Sky throws a heavy and severe block, tearing up her tyres, holding off Solo all the way across the finish. And there you have it, Artemis Sky and Jonas Fang will be advancing on to the semi-finals. And just like that, we say goodbye for now to Jacques Le Blu and Aria Solo. On behalf of all of us here at the Skyway, we want to say that the both of you are welcome back to this track whenever you like. These weeks always draw the biggest crowds. Everyone wants to feel the heat coming from the engine warming the garage with a winning rumble. These next stages of the competition will move fast, so stay tuned for groups 2, 3 and 4. The finish line is now in sight. Until next time, drive safely and always take the high road.